drag races. But first, performance upgrades, because we will need them for the drag races.
Horsepower equals speed, so bolt on everything you can. Right here is the place to do it. Hey, your ride needs to run smart. Now, transmission is where you lose most of your power. Tighten your ride and get rid of that stock suspension for firm hold and grip. Nitrous oxide is the glycerin of the race world. Rack it under your hood to give your ride that extra power when you need it.
So I'm gonna put on the nitrous upgrade because, well, as you can see, the results speak for themselves. And I'm gonna go with NOS, because that is the sponsor I'm signed with.
Your rubber dictates control, so spend the bills and get the good stuff.
So, gonna put on some new tyres. Sure, we'll go Toyo.
You know, going fast needs to be balanced with stopping fast. Throw a brake kit on stop, just as fast as you get going.
And now, weight reduction.
Put your car on a diet. Less weight means more speed. It's as simple as that.
It also means more handling. And Sparko is the only sponsor we really have here aside from NFSU2, but I will go with Sparko. And now, last but not least, let's put on our next turbo.
Yo, turbo gives you that extra blast of gas to rocket your ride to glory.
Oh, okay, we must not have the Stage 2 turbo yet. But anyways, so we got weight reduction, brakes, tyres, nitrous, suspension, ECU, and engine as our upgrades fitted. And now, I think it's time for me to go and put on some specialties for this thing, since I now figure that's probably what I'm gonna need to do a bit more of from now on. Especially since I know that's how I'll get the DVDs. But anyway, let's now go and do some customizing to this thing, because I can. We have now done our specialties fitting with the Hyundai. Let's now get on with the drag races of Stage 4. Since I figure that's the main reason why I'm here in the first place. And my nearest one is located all the way over there. So that's where I'll head to first. Over here. And, unsurprisingly, I flipped my car in the process. The rollover, however, I meant to do. Because that looked cool. Okay, anyway. Time for the drag race. And we begin here from Michael. Yeah, I'm not going to read that. Anyways. I've now upgraded my car to 4 stars on the visual rating. I will also make sure to do some body tuning at some point after I'm done with the drag races. Alright, so we get a Nissan 350Z, a Peugeot 206, and I couldn't see what the 4th car was, unfortunately. I've still not managed to get over the blind spot curse which seems to be inflicting me. Like it's basically just giving me a flick of the wrist every single time. But not this time, however, because I actually beat the odds. Hey! I won by 2 seconds virtually over Lynn. Michael was 3rd and Donnie was 4th. Yeah, maximum rep points, baby. I just needed to not be where the traffic was going to run straight into me. And then I had it. So there we go. It's also kind of irritating to know that from the other direction... Oh, so that's what happened to one of our opponents. He literally wrecked himself right on the line. In other words, he literally just got totaled by the traffic. Still, it's impossible to predict which lane to choose when you can't see what's above you because of that blind crest right before the finish. Which in all honesty I think scares me, but it's okay. After 3 failed attempts of trying to win it without getting wrecked, the 4th attempt became the charm attempt, and I actually finished. I knew I had a dominant car, it was just a matter of me trying to see if it was possible for me to just avoid calamity whilst I did it. Anyways, let's now head down to Cole Harbour for our next 3 drag races. This is going to take a while. This is the location of drag race number 2 of stage 4. I'm also pretty sure I'm going to have to go back up into Beacon Hill at some point, because I know there's another drag race up in Beacon Hill. And this one comes from John. Yo, Hayseed, welcome to the big city. You want to play with us? You better represent. We drag big time here. Blink and you'll miss us. You ain't facing off against any of those slow boats you raced back home. I can assure you they were far from slow boats. From my personal experience of racing those guys, because, well, those guys, with the rides they were driving, they were literally relentless, some of them. And I literally had to switch cars multiple times before I eventually found the winning car. So we get a Nissan Skyline, that's the only car I could see in the intro. We also get a Ford Focus. I had to lift there. So I've seen a Nissan Skyline, a Ford Focus. I could not quite see what the other car was, but either way, it doesn't matter, because I am all the way out in front and I'm going to win easily. And I'm not going to over-rev my car either. So there we go. Easy win. By 2.04 seconds over John. Matt was 3rd in the Ford Focus, and it was Wojtek who came home 4th in the Ford Mustang GT. Not bad. Not bad. Alrighty. 2 drag racers are down, and I think there's 5 left over. This is just the tip of the iceberg regarding what is still yet to come. I can also assure you that one of these is going to be an absolute pain in the ass. As to which one that is, well, you'll know once we get there. Alright, so carbon mirrors, spoilers and roof scoops, and yeah, we can now fit a new transmission. Okay, that's good. In other words, a new gearbox, if you will, because, well, the transmission is basically the same as the gearbox. Of course, the gearbox and the transmission do work different parts, but essentially they're both the same thing. However, we've got 2 more drag races to do down here, and then I think once we're done with those, we will get some more. Anyways, here's our first one. What up, boy? Roll on in. Plenty of room for suckers thinking they can drag with us. I like my bank in crispy big bills. Have them ready for me. Phil, you can literally eat my ass. Because it will be you... Sorry, because it will be me who you will be giving your banks to. Those nice, green, crispy banks, they will be my banks by the time we're done here. So, got a Supra, a 350Z, and an Audi TT as our competition here in drag race number 3. And over Everett on the line, but it's fine because... oh, it's not fine. Okay, trying again. That is precisely how I should have started this before, but sadly didn't. Anyways, I've now got a much more sizable gap at the front compared to before. Now it looks like I might be able to get this one, and no one is behind me, so I'm going to assume there must have been a pile-up, which is why they were so far back. Wow. I won by 2.66 seconds in the end over David. Phil was 3rd, and it was Marcus who came home 4th in the Nissan 350Z. Yeah, 300 rep points, baby. That's the way I like it, boy. Okay. 3 drag races down, and still 4 to go. More of these will pop up on the map. It's just a matter of when they pop up on the map. Because I know that's what they're gonna do. And they will do that, by the way. They will pop up on the map. I'm sure of it.
Maxi Tuning is out scouting the street for a car good enough for their cover. Can you cut it?
Well, I certainly hope so, Rachel. And yep, there is another one that's popped up. It's popped up at the airport. So, let's head over to drag race number 4. And oh boy, is this one gonna be a doozy. And for me, it is gonna be anything but a smooth ride. Because I know this drag race. I also know this drag race to be a foe. Oh, it must not be that one yet. Okay. Well, we'll get there when we get there. Alright, what do we have here? Another sucker ready to hand over his quid in some serious drag. Right on, boy. Step right up and get in line. Andrew, I think it is you who will be the sucker. Because you will literally be sucking my nos. Pun intended, because I am signed with nos. Even though I don't have any hoodies or shirts that show me to be a NOS connoisseur. Anyways, got a Mazda MX-5, a Hyundai, and a Mazda RX-8 as our competition here. As I short shift into 4th gear almost immediately. And just like that, I am now beginning to steadily pull away from the pack behind me. Which is what I need to be doing, because that's how I get rap points. I think that was less than 2 seconds. Oh, that was less than a second. Yeah, I'll go with 200 on this occasion. I don't need to be perfect, I just need to be near perfect when it comes to signing with Grady for Stage 5. I think that's probably going to be the top sponsor if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, you know, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I don't think my average reputation points are going to decrease by that much once I get through the rest of them. Well, except for the drag races, of course, but again, that's a different animal. And we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, as I said before. Okay, well, 4 drag races are down, and let's now head over to the airport for drag race number 5. Here it is. Drag race number 5 of stage 4. And this is coming from Julian. You flashing if you think you can take us in that ride of yours. But hey, whoever said a sucker's bank ain't good. Come on boy, go ahead and line up for a whooping. Julian, I think it is you who will be receiving the whooping from me. That's just what I think, by the way. I honestly don't care what you think. Even though you've already described it to me in a text message, so... You know, joke's on you. Alright, let's go. So we got a 240SX. I didn't see what the other cars were in the lineup, unfortunately. At least I can say the over-revs didn't matter too much because, well, a lot of that run was off the track anyway, so I think I was okay. But anyway, I'm out in front and I have an advantage. And it looks like I'm gonna win this by an absolute margin. And I do. I win by just under 4 seconds ahead of Julian. Ali 3rd and Rupert was 4th. As the other cars we had were a Volkswagen Golf and a Lexus IS300. Cool. Let's now go and get our other 2 drag races out the window. Another one will pop up, I'm pretty sure of it. I really do hope that drag race, which is going to be a pain in the ass, is not... I really do hope the race which I say is a pain in the ass is going to pop up. And it has popped up. It's popped up all the way in Beacon Hill. Well, let's just get our next drag race out the way. Because I can do that. I think it's located over here. And if it isn't, it must be above me. Okay, it is above me. But I will get this whole ordeal sorted out soon enough. Just checking something here. Yeah, I don't think that really changes much. Can't really say that surprises me at this stage, but anyway, I'll go along with it. So here is our penultimate drag race, coming from Stefan, and already read that message once before. I certainly don't need to read it again. Let's just race. And then once I'm done here, we'll have one last drag race up stage 4. Basically back where we started, in Beacon Hill. So we got a Golf, a Celica, and a... I can't quite see what the other car is, unfortunately. That was too close. But either way, it doesn't matter. Because I am out in front with a huge advantage now. As I cross the line at 177, and I come home with a time of 27.55 seconds. 2.8 over Stefan. Ryan was 3rd, and it was Scott who came home 4th, and the other car we had was a Mazda MX-5. Okay, cool. But anyway. Oh yeah, I recorded a replay at the start of this. Anyways. Time for the final drag race of Stage 4. And that will be taking place up in Beacon Hill. And oh boy, is this one officially going to be the doozy. Because we have got traffic coming the other way, and we're basically racing down a stretch of road. While the traffic is hurtling towards us, we're basically hurtling towards the traffic. And if you don't understand what that means, well, you'll know soon enough, because this race is going to be a big pain in the ass. Okay, let's go and race. I still have to go and get it done though, regardless. Which is the unfortunate thing. But it's okay, because I will do it. Alright, here we are. Final drag race of Stage 4. And I know this is the last one because I did all of these once before. I also believe there's a total of 8 circuit races we need to do. And this is coming from Wayne. And... shit. And if you want to know why I say that, well, it's because of this. Because this really is going to be a shithole. I hear they call you the 14-second man, because that's how long it takes that heap to get out of first gear. We don't play like that here, and by the time you realise what happened, we'll be partying at the finish line. Wayne, you can literally shut the hell up and take those words back by the time I beat you. However, the real bitch is going to be the traffic, and trying to see if it's possible to keep the car under control under all of that traffic, which I know is going to be the real tester here. But anyway, let's get on with this. So I got an Evo 8, an Eclipse, and a Skyline. Okay, so all of them being four-wheel drive then, essentially. It would really help if I stopped over-revving the car. It would also help if I stopped crashing a lot. That's why I hate this race. Okay, let's try again. Okay, I think I will take this one. I won in the end by more than a second, and I think that's what I need for at least 200. So Darren second, Chuck third, and Wayne totaled at the end of that race. Which is good for me because it means I won that race fairly comfortably. And for once, I did not get totally cucked by the traffic. Which amazes me. But yeah. Also, hey guys, did I mention I hate drag racing in street racing games where you've literally got no control over where the traffic goes and when the traffic is hurtling straight towards you and there's no way in hell you can predict where the traffic is going to be?
Reporters from Spoiler are digging for a feature. Win this one, you might score some coverage.
Thanks, Rachel. Maybe I will. So there we go. Well, we're still doing good. Still at 281, which is about where we need to be in order to get the sponsorship with Grady. Also, we've now done 86 races and 39% of the game. And yep, that was our last drag race. So, I think next up we're gonna do the... I think we'll do the circuit races next. But before then, of course, I will need to do some more things to this car. So, the Stage 4 drag races have now been cleared. And next time we will be doing the Stage 4 circuit races, coming in the next episode.
No one can buy I need speed when I'm racing that strip. I got the button, the chip, your car like something to strip. Throw up the keys, the hoopty whip to the squatters. Whoever putting up dollars, holler, we see them call.